So, navigating the holidays with kids, huh? When our kids are young, there's often an awful lot that's a lot of invitations from family, friends, schools, different groups that the kids are involved in, different groups you're involved in. And so there's a lot of activities that tend to happen in the fall and the late fall and early winter, and especially in the US if you add the US Thanksgiving to it. And so I think one of the things that I learned having small children was that there were things we had to say no to. And it would get a little bit hairy sometimes because we kind of wanted to do all of them, right? Like a lot of them sound really fun, or you don't want to do any of them. They all sound like burdens, and but you have to say yes to something, right? So in that choosing, in that place of having to figure out what do you actually want to participate in this holiday season, one of the best ways to figure that out, I realized, was through my values. So was the event going to in some way fulfill one of my values for connection, for mentors for the kids, for family connection, for something? And it could even be that one of those groups, say it was family, wanted to do something, but we didn't have enough room for it. Like it was going to stretch the kids and or me too thin to do it. There was also an option to say no to that, even though it would fulfill part of the values. So other values would pop in, right? Like our sanity, like our energy, like the need for good sleep in our own beds. So there was like, we would try to minimize traveling and things like that. So yes, this is a time where everyone extends invitations and demands. And if you can figure out which ones are important to you and why they're important to you, it becomes much more manageable to go to the event, to get everybody's needs met, right? So sometimes you'll realize like, oh, these friends ask us over for dinner, but they want us to come really early and they don't have food for the kids who get hungry way before dinner's ready, kind of thing. You can know like, oh, I'm going to have to say yes. If I say yes to this invite, then I'm also going to have to bring kid snacks, and then there's going to be other kids there, so maybe they're going to have to be shareable kid snacks, and so you kind of have to think it out, right? And but the reason that doing some of this pre-work helps, while it feels often like a lot of a burden when you're having to do it, the benefit it pays you back later is that you're only saying yes to the things that you really want to do, or you want to do enough that you can remind yourself during the stressful parts of it that that's why you're doing it. So as you're trying to decide what to say yes to this holiday season, I hope that helps as like a little marker of discernment between what you want to take on and what you don't.